I'm at the Red Barn on Lancaster. It's a bar. Having a few beers and enjoying my Friday after work and stuff like that. That's downtown Fort Worth, like I said. And of course, there's that, it looks like JPS hospital that my mother passed away at the last 2.5 weeks that she was alive. But like if I ever get lucky enough to become mayor of Fort Worth, that's the place I would one place I would want to try to do to improve, because I've seen so many businesses come and go from downtown Fort Worth, and this is actually at least some proof that that I'm in Fort Worth. And of course that used to be Best Friends Club. I think Best Friends or whatever that's called. Now it's like some other bar now. I think it was also from Best Friends to Urban Cowboy. What I heard is Best Friends was like a lesbian bar, or which I've been there at least once with one of my neighbors. I had no problem going there. Shows having no problem with bar it was. At least they had one of my favorite beers there, which is Blue Moon. But see, like I said, I have a few ideas, some ideas what to do to improve that area. And of course, like I said, that's the hospital. I'm pretty sure that is at least one of the hospitals over there, which is JPS, which is the county hospital. And that building that's kind of, the white building is Mexican Inn on Lancaster. Of course, there are things on Lancaster that needs to be improved on. They said that there are talks about putting $2 million on Lancaster to improve it, but I'm not seeing any improvements on East Lancaster like they claim to do. But of course, I'm wondering what the people like Maddie Parker, Chris Nettles, and every other person that's let's see, like I said, Maddie Parker is the mayor. Chris Nettles is works in one of the districts. I'm wondering why they can't help improve that area, a part of Fort Worth and East Lancaster and all these other districts, instead of complaining about all of this and that and what needs to be done. And instead of sitting there complaining about it, they should actually find things that could improve for the quality of Fort Worth and the people in Fort Worth, to make it where people want to say Fort Worth is a good city to live in. A lot of people say the upside about Fort Worth is it's basically a big city. It's like Fort Worth has like that small town feel in a big city like San Antonio, Texas, and that's why people like Fort Worth compared to Dallas, because Dallas is pretty much like the New York City of Texas. I'm not sure about Houston. Houston could have that same vibe too, but a lot of people I talk to say Fort Worth and San Antonio, considering both cities have about 1 million people living in it, that Fort Worth and San Antonio, Texas have that small town vibe in a big city. And to me, one thing I love about Fort Worth, it has that is the whole country vibe about it. The whole with the stockyards and what we have at the I guess what you call the stockyards in this North Fort Worth, and then we have the stockyard shows usually I think in January through February. I'm just making this video to try to hopefully help if enough people see this before I run again. Maybe I can get some extra votes.